Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kate Swan. If you're new here, I like to talk about luxury handbags, shoes, accessories, all sorts of things like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, feel free to come and subscribe and join our little luxury family that we have here. We'd love to have you. I literally never film videos back to back, and now I'm filming two back to back right now. And like my mouth was so dry, I had to go get something to drink. So I will be taking drink breaks during this, and that is why, because I am going to do a lot of talking in this video. Let me pull up my notes because I prepared for this and I am ready. So today we are talking about, let me move this. Hold on. I didn't realize that you can see this. Let me put it up here. First, let me show you my bag of the day. This is kind of like a fake bag of the day, honestly. Like, not the bag is fake, but like I didn't actually wear this out of the house today. This is my most recently used bag. My stuff is in here, but I am not leaving the house today, so I'm not going to use this bag. Maybe I will leave the house later, actually, because I kind of want to go and get, there's like a new restaurant in Laguna Beach that I kind of want to try, and it's not like a fancy restaurant, it's like a casual type place. I kind of want to go and get food from there later because I'm really hungry and I don't really feel like cooking. So I might take this out of the house. So maybe it's not a lie. Maybe this is actually going to leave the house with me today. But this is my Kelly 28. I purchased this from Fashion File like a month or two ago. I really like this bag a lot. It is in chev leather, and that means that it is really, really just durable, like pretty scratch resistant. And the color is blue payon. It's this beautiful blue color. It is just, I guess it's teal. I guess it's a teal color is more fair to say. If you're interested, I did a reel with this where I'm showing it in natural light outside. And if you are like curious about what the color actually looks like in person, I know that this can be a tricky color because of the way that it shows up on camera, but I think that that video is a really accurate representation of what this bag looks like in real life because it's with natural light. But that's a whole different topic. I just wanted to show you guys my bag of the day. So for today's actual topic, we're talking about luxury trends that you do not need to buy. I don't know what it is, but this year I feel extra influenced by trends for some reason. And usually I'm a person that will tend to try to keep with the classics. If I don't like something, if I genuinely don't like something, I'm not buying it. So like I'm pretty good about that stuff, but there's some stuff out here right now that I have just felt really tempted about, and that is just not like me. So I want to talk through it with you because that always helps me not buy stuff, is when I talk through it with somebody, you know, if I share why I feel like we don't need it and then you share why you feel like we don't need it, or maybe we do. I don't know. Maybe we should buy it. I'm not sure. Okay, anyway, no, this is a video about luxury trends that you don't need. So let's stay on topic. Let's start with a really popular one right now, and it is the Dior Lady D Joy bag. I have been seeing this bag everywhere, and it has, the first time I saw it, I did not like it. I instantly did not like the bag. And then I saw it on a couple other people and I was like, oh, it's starting to grow on me a little bit. So I went to the site and I was looking at the micro one because I hear that it'll fit your phone because it's like wider than the micro version of the Lady Dior, right? And I was like, okay, this is kind of cute. It's $3,100, I believe. And it was sold out. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just put myself on the little, like, notify me when it's back in stock. And by the time they notified me, it was like maybe a week later or so, and I looked at it and I was like, did I really want this, or did I just keep seeing it on people and I thought it was cute after a while, even though I don't genuinely think that it's cute? It's one that I would say just add some thought into it, because the thing about Lady Dior, like the regular size, the regular normal shape, is they're pretty expensive. Like they're like $6,000, I think, for like a regular size, regular shape. And if you go on the pre-loved market, they are not worth nearly as much. Like they don't hold their value very well. And I think that that's just something to think about, especially right now when you're not seeing these micro DJoy bags on the pre-loved market very often. And when you do see them, they're at about regular retail price, maybe a tiny bit less or a tiny bit more, but they're around the retail price. Now, if you were to purchase this bag brand new from Dior and then wait like a year or two, decide that you don't want it anymore and then try to sell it, I don't think that the value is going to be there anymore. I think that that's the tough part about this bag, and if you feel like you really love it and you're going to keep it forever, then totally go for it. I think it's kind of cute. Like, so if you want to go for it, but just keep in mind that there is not going to be a ton of resale value, I don't feel like, over the next couple years or so for that bag. Right now, since it keeps going in and out of stock on the website, it's a little bit harder to get. It's not hard to get at all, but it's a little bit harder to get. But I would say probably within the next year, 2 years, when it's not quite as popular and in demand, people are going to be selling theirs. There's going to be a lot on the pre-loved market, so it's going to drive the price of those down. And yeah, just probably not a bag that I would recommend buying just because it's a trend, because $3,100 is a lot of money for a micro bag. I don't even like tiny bags. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I think that most of the things on this list are things that I've considered buying. Or like in my head, I've considered buying them like at least a couple times, or I'm like, oh, what if I did? Like, I like flirt with the idea of it. So all these items are pretty much items that I actually like, but yeah, that I don't feel like are worth buying. Next up, let's talk about the Loewe tank top. I have been seeing this all over TikTok. I like TikTok for a lot of reasons, but I also try to limit my TikTok watching for a lot of reasons because I feel like it makes you want to buy things, and it makes you, I feel like you're just so much more easily influenced on TikTok. I think that it has more to do with the format than the actual content. The content is so short. You're watching like 100 different TikToks in a day. And maybe if you go on YouTube, you're watching like 3 or 4 different videos. So your likelihood of being influenced by a product in 3 to 4 different people's videos is a lot less than you seeing 100 TikToks where somebody inevitably convinces you to try to buy something. Even if it's not that they're sponsored, or even if they're not using an affiliate link. Sometimes it's just something that they have and you're like, oh, I kind of want that. Like, that's a good idea. I should get one. I just feel like the influence factor is like times 100 on TikTok. So I try to stay away from being influenced by TikTok. I try to stay off TikTok as much as I can. But yeah, I think that tank top is so cute too. Like, I see girls wear it and it's just adorable. But also, it's $355, you guys. $355, like, for a tank top. That's pretty plain also. It just has the little Loewe logo on the front. We don't need it. We don't need it. We do not need it. We don't need it at all. You don't need it. I don't need it. None of us need it. The YSL tote. You know what bag I'm talking about though, and I'm going to put a picture of it up on the screen too in case you don't. This bag has been so popular lately, and I really didn't like it at first. And now I've seen it enough times where it's starting to grow on me, and that is so dangerous. Like, I didn't even like this bag at first, and now I'm like, oh, this is kind of cute. I could put my laptop in there. Like, I have like so many good reasons as to why I could use one of these totes, but I know that if I hadn't seen all these influencers with it, I wouldn't want the bag. So I don't think that I need to fall into this trend. I do think it's going to be another thing where a couple years from now, if you try to go sell it on the pre-loved market, you're not going to get all of your money back. And you're probably going to be able to find these a lot cheaper a few years from now on the pre-loved market because everybody's buying them. People will get over it and they'll sell them on the pre-loved market. The pre-loved market's going to be saturated with that type of bag, and you're going to be able to get one a lot cheaper if you still actually really like it. But that's probably not the case. If you're like me, you probably like it because it's trendy right now. And a couple of years from now, you won't really be all that interested in it. And that's why I am not going to purchase one. That's why it's like $5,000 too. Like, it's very expensive for a YSL bag, I feel like. It is big though. You get like a lot of leather and you get the little pouch inside of it, but still $5,000. And I don't really know if I love the logo. Like, the reason that, so I had one YSL bag, and the reason that I sold that bag was because I felt like the hardware felt cheap. And if I got this big bag for $5,000 and the hardware feels cheap, it's over for me. Like, I'm losing it. I'm having a fit. I'm losing it. And I just can't do it. So I'm not going to say that this is specifically like a trend. It's not, I want to say it's like a timeless trend because there are elements to this that are timeless. There's elements to it that are a trend. Cartier and Van Cleef and Arpels. The hold that these two brands have on the girls. They're just all the cute TikTok, Instagram, YouTube girlies. Everybody's got Van Cleef and everybody's got Cartier. And they got Stacks of Love bracelets. They got the Justin Clue bracelet. They got the rings. They've got the Van Cleef necklace. They've got the earrings. They've got all of it. And while I like it, I like Cartier, I like Van Cleef. What happened to other jewelry brands? Like, are we not wearing those anymore? Did we just forget about other jewelry brands? Like, this is a whole different rant in itself. Sorry, I can see the shape of my hair and I'm like, I'm self-conscious about the shape. I need like a haircut to get like the shape back right again. But I am not a big jewelry wearer. Maybe if I was more into jewelry, I would get it more, and maybe it's just me. I looked into getting a Van Cleef necklace, the Sweet Alhambra necklace, like a lot of people have, and I just could not spend the money on it. Same thing with Cartier. Like, I looked into getting a watch from Cartier and I was like, maybe I'm just more of a bag girly than I am a jewelry girly. Like, so maybe that's what it is. I think this is one that is really easy to just fall into the trap of buying it because other people have it. If you want jewelry, I feel like you immediately go to what you see other people wearing and you're like, oh, well, this is the jewelry to buy right now. But like, those are really expensive purchases. I feel like at least with handbags, a lot of people branch out. There's a lot of different types, a lot of different brands that are popular at the same time. But with this, I feel like the concentration of Van Cleef and Cartier is like really intense right now, and the buying pressure is very intense right now. And I just don't feel like we need it. Also, I want to mention that falling into the trend of a $355 tank top versus falling into a trend of buying a $6,000 Cartier bracelet are two different things. So, and obviously not everybody has Van Cleef and not everybody has Cartier. It just looks that way when we're looking at TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So of course that's not how it literally is in real life because those are very, very expensive items. But I feel like if you see them enough times on enough people, it's consistent enough where you're like, oh, I kind of want one of these too. Even if you actually don't like it. So that's one I feel like to be careful of. So it's been a while that like ugly cute shoes, as I call them, have been in style. The dad sandals specifically from Chanel and the Hermes Chipre sandals. I don't know how to say it. I really don't. And everybody that I've watched has like not really known how to say it either. So I don't know. I don't know. Both over $1,000. Well, if you buy them not on the resale market, you can get the Hermes ones quite a bit under that. I think they're like $780 or $800, $850 or so, depending on the different types of like leather and the different designs and stuff. Those ones are under $1,000, but if you buy, they're always sold out. If you buy them on the pre-loved market and they're brand new, they're gonna be over $1,000. So basically, they're both over $1,000, and I feel like they're probably really comfortable, and that is why I'm tempted. I'm really tempted on those, but like also I don't want to buy something that I initially thought was really ugly just because like now I've seen it enough times where I think that it's cute. I also don't think that these items are classics at all. Like I really just don't think that they're classics, and I think that the Hermes ones are going to stick around for a while, but I still don't think that it's like the Oran sandal where I feel like that is a classic. Like it's very classy, very cute, it's very sleek and stylish, I feel like. And then the dad sandals or the Chipre sandals are just very like, they're just very bleh. They don't feel classic to me. Like they don't give me that classic feel in my heart. And I don't want to spend $1,000 on shoes that don't feel classic to me, or that I don't think that I have any shoes that I've spent $1,000 on, honestly. Like I think that that's so much money. I feel like this one's gonna be a little controversial. Polen bags. And I'm not saying that if you like them, you shouldn't buy one, because I actually think that the silhouettes that they have are very classy, and I think that they're gonna be pretty timeless. I think that they're beautiful bags. But what I've noticed about myself is that I've seen enough influencers open pull-in bags that I am starting to kind of like them, when before I didn't care about them at all. I thought they were plain and boring. So I think that I am slowly being influenced by that trend, and I don't want to be influenced by it, so I'm not going to get one. But I think the price point is really good on those. If you genuinely like them since the first time that you saw them, go for it. I think the price is really good on those. I hear that they're really well made and the quality is amazing. I actually really like the idea of having something that is at a way better price point but still has a lot of quality to it. So I support that brand. But I won't be buying anything from Pull-In. And if you didn't feel like you initially liked it, I don't think that you should either. I just think that it's getting very trendy right now, and there's a lot of influencers opening Pull-In bags, and I'm just not willing to be influenced by this one. Not this time, no. I think this one's also controversial. The Loewe. The whole thing, all of it. The Loewe, all of it. Yes, it doesn't mean that I'm never going to buy something from the Loewe, but like you don't have to get clothes from the Loewe to achieve the look that you want to get. Like you don't have to. The stuff is so expensive. Like it's so expensive. And maybe I just like to spend money on bags and not clothes, but this goes for clothes and their bags too. Like their bags are very plain. Like everything they have is very plain. So like I'm spending all this money to be like super, super plain. I just feel like it's overhyped right now. Like it is so hyped up right now. Last but not least, this is one that I feel the most passionate about, and it's the Chanel 22. I absolutely do not like this bag. I think that it is not cute at all. And I know that it's already a controversial bag, so this is not an unpopular opinion, but I keep seeing so many people with this bag, and I don't think that it's ever going to grow on me. It's one of those kind of things. And I feel like it's not a classic. So after a few years, like who's going to be looking for this bag? I feel like after a few years, people are going to be over it and they're not going to want it anymore. And you're going to regret spending so much money on it if you buy it. Obviously, if you genuinely love it, it's different. That's a different story. And whatever, it's not a trend to you. It's something that you really like. But for the people buying it because other people have it, I feel like you're going to regret it. It's a lot of money to spend on a bag that looks like a trash bag, and I hear that it's terrible quality. Why would you buy it at this point? Like, I don't understand. I refuse to support the Chanel 22 because that just shows me that they are just putting out anything. Okay, that's all that I have. I don't want to make this video too long, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!